Hi, and welcome to episode 10 of the Booth Brothers. I don't know whether to say good evening, good morning. It's midnight here, so I'm sort of on the cusp. Is it tomorrow? Is it today? I don't know. I'm right in the middle. Wow, what a show we have for you tonight. We're a little bit earlier than normal, and Joey will tell us why a little bit later on. Hope you don't mind. We might even pick up some new viewers that we don't normally get to see at this time. And hey, guess what's back this week? The Cappy's back again. Um, not a rap like normal, but there will be something going on. There's something special happening today, which we will tell you about. And also, we are so lucky this week. We have a World Cup winner with us tonight. He's going to be joining Christoph Renchez, and what a great interview. We've actually recorded it, but you're going to love it, and you can still give your comments. Please let us know in the comments section, guys, if you can hear us all okay. And I guess this is a good time to introduce Mr. Joey Ryan. Good evening, Joey. Not Joey Gray, as I said on my Facebook post earlier. Look, he's much more handsome, and he's got bigger guns as well, this Joey. Hi, Joey.
Yeah, let's go. I go to the gym. No, it's funny, Mark. We joke around with Joey. He's such a good sport about it. And, I was thinking the other day about what a great interview that was with him and just his passion for teaching and helping people with pool. And I said, man, that's really cool. And so I can't wait to get him for a full hour-long interview on Pool Player Podcast. We're trying to hook that up now, but he's kind of busy. He's teaching everybody. So hopefully.
Let's hook somebody else up as well. Look, we've got Melina Mike is lurking in the darkness somewhere, like something from the Blair Witch Project. There he is. Look,
we made it, boys.
Hey,
episode 10. Has it been that many episodes already? Time flies.
10 episodes. And you know what? I want to say something before we get going. For you guys in the chat, this is something where the more people that are watching this, the better. So do us a favor. Hit the share button, get it out there. We're just passionate about sharing news from the world of pool with you and bringing some great guests to you guys. So do us a favor, share this feed, and let's get a lot of people watching this.
Let's do it.
Yeah, and we've got, as I said already, we have Christoph Renchez going to be joining us, the German champion, of course, an amateur turned pro. I'm not going to say anything more because, guys, you're going to agree with me here. How good was the interview we done with Christoph?
Loved it.
I couldn't believe it. Yep. I was absolutely blown away by it.
I don't want to spoil it. Mark, I don't want to spoil it, but for us working guys out there that can shoot a little pool, it kind of gave me hope again. So we'll just...
and hope you've got, I did mention on the Facebook post also, apart from calling you Joey Gray, I actually said, make sure you got your tissues ready. I honestly and genuinely cried last night, and we were all welling up, weren't we? Come on, guys, admit it. It is great,
for sure. Inspiring to go and talk to that guy and what all he had to say. I hope everybody tunes in and checks it out because he's something else.
Yeah, and we're also going to be joined. We've got another special guest on tonight from In the Zone Clothing Sportswear. And he actually provides, the company provides the shirts for people such as Monica Webb and Kelly Fisher. And he actually designed the shirts for their World Cup of Pool shirts, Kelly and Alison Fisher's shirts. So
nice looking shirts.
Yeah, they're beautiful, weren't they?
Yeah, they were.
And, well, I guess that's we've got all the usual stuff to come, of course. We've got the caption competition result. And what a great one it was this week, guys, wasn't it? I mean,
I want it.
Yeah,
you can just send them all home.
Lock it up.
I'll let you say that though. There's probably about 10 people that are in with a shout are winning it, and I think for the first time we're going to have to let the audience decide this one because it really is that close. Some lots and lots.
Don't
of
dog it, everybody. You know who won. You'll hear
it. And we're also going to be talking about the upcoming World Pool Masters, of course. We saw Emily Fraser and the team arriving in Gibraltar today for that competition. Some great pictures on the Matchroom page. And it is Emily's birthday today, and I've prepared a nice little rap for her. Just a very, very short one, Mikey. Don't worry, it's Saturday. There's no music. I'm just going to do it, and I'm going to do it on the fly.
A cappella.
A cappella, exactly. But, well, I'll tell you what, Joey, Do what you was doing before we just
Oh
came
no,
live. Go
Mike!
on.
I told him. I said, Mike, I can do a little beatbox to it, just joking around, and he was like, "Yeah, we need to feature that."
Come on. Let's hear a bit of beatbox.
No.
Where I get myself into
I think
over here.
your microphone's playing up, Joey. There's something wrong with it. You need to get it fixed. It's in and out, a little bit in and out.
You know, I grew up in Baltimore. You know, I had a little beatbox in me, but it's been a long time removed. Moved away from there a long time ago, so lost my Baltimore
Joey's
hip hop.
Joey Ryan's from the back streets, huh?
Yeah, Backstreet Boys. Oh
Backstreet.
man, we got
Oh,
people.
yeah.
We got
Yeah,
people in the
Mike,
chat.
you're going to be talking about your money matches, of course. I know there was a big one this week that I won't spoil it. I'll let you say that. And there's another big rematch coming up, which I'm sure you want to talk about. Sorry, Joey, go on about the chat.
No, I
What's
was just
happening?
saying there's people in the chat talking about their ears hurting. Sorry, guys. Oh man,
I guess
Mark,
that's
did we want to take a few minutes and go over what we witnessed with the World Cup of Pool? I mean, what a fun event, and you know, just been a while since we saw top professionals teamed up representing their countries. And you know, like Mike put out a post, Melina Mike put out a post that talked about just what an event it was and how much he enjoyed it, and I enjoyed it. I know you did too, Mark. I wish I could have watched more of it, but I think you know we could probably get started talking a little bit about it. And I do want to say that you did make the prediction, Mark. I got to give you credit. You called Team Germany kind of from the start, and you know, part of the deal for me was I didn't know Christoph, so I didn't know what he was capable of. And it's interesting that we have him on tonight because you know, he was a key component to that. You know, and so I'm picking the U.S. because I'm a homer, and Mike's picking the Netherlands. Yeah, I'm a homer. But you're
Who knew
picking
you
the
were a homer?
Netherlands, Mike, and you know, like a minute after you picked them, they get knocked out. So you know, Mark was the only one that
how much by how much as well, and by who? I mean, that's the big story of the week, right? Carl Boys. First of all, our poor Albania and Canada not being able to travel, and then Carl Boys 1 second he's sitting in the commentary box, and all of a sudden he gets a call from Matchroom saying, "Look, we need you. We need Darren Appleton. Go and get him." 27 missed calls. I don't know why I remember that. I think they said it enough times.
He said
To
it,
be
yeah.
fair,
He said it.
he said 27 times as much as he says to be fair. And but you know, how good were they? I mean, whether you believe they were practicing or not, I know Darren has been a little bit, maybe. Carl, I doubt not very much, but I just think, you know, class is permanent, form is temporary, and he certainly showed some class, didn't they?
Yeah, I mean, I think if you talk about Carl Boys and Darren, they're always practicing. I mean, Carl likes to say that he's not, but he's got his YouTube channel now, which, by the way, is pretty entertaining, instructional YouTube. Carl's always entertaining. He's just a fun guy, you know. But I don't doubt for a minute that they were hitting balls leading up to this. You know, not in preparation for the event, but you know, they're solid seasoned professionals, and I think their experience really showed through when they got under the spotlight, when the pressure was highest. You know, those guys turned in a great performance over the week, and you know, it just speaks to the high level of play that they've had for so many years.
I think actually, if there was an MVP award for that tournament, Carl Boys would have won it. What do you reckon?
Yeah, probably. Yeah. And they were a huge surprise to get as far as they did, but I think they relished that. You know, they kind of soaked it up, like we shouldn't even be here. And Carl Boys is like taking selfies of himself walking down the hallway at the hotel, like, yeah, can you believe this? You know, and but they knew all along. They knew they had a shot, and they're world class players, and it came through. What are your thoughts, Mike?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know that they maybe thought they had a shot. I think they were just kind of free rolling, you know, and I don't think they really had any expectations. For me, and this is again, I don't want to give too much away from the interview because it was fantastic, but it was so much of a Cinderella story what happened with Darren and Carl for me. Um, I'm a big Darren Appleton fan. His final for the World Championship is one of the best matches I've ever seen, and I've followed his career for so many years. So when I heard they were getting in, I was like, okay, well, you know, we had heard from Emily, right, guys, that there was a chance to have three different options.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But I was surprised to see them get entered in. I think when you don't have any expectations, it's very easy. And when you have chemistry with someone and you trust someone, they've won this event before, you know. So I think they showed the importance of it.
But
Germany
that
at the time kind of ruined it for me, like as far as that Cinderella story. But hearing Christoph's story that we'll get into here
okay, well,
shortly,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, made me it just
Stay,
really brought
I
it all
know,
home.
Mike. I
Yeah,
know you can't help it, mate, and I know
I
you want to
know.
talk about it. Please don't talk about it. Please,
Yeah,
please, please don't talk about it.
but no, they're champions, and it was so great. I think that in the final, the pressure kind of you saw them kind of tighten up a little bit, where every other round they were very free. And I agree with what Mark said, and that's an excellent point. Carl for sure would have been the MVP. He was surprising the hell out of so many people that I was
Mm.
talking to online when it came to the Great Britain team. Uh, I don't know. It seemed like it was going to be tough to enjoy it because of not seeing the usual faces like China and Taiwan. But it was a great event. Yeah, I didn't every aspect of it, the story of it, the way that it ended, the drama, the beginning. Austria goes out right the very first day. I mean, it
And
was crazy,
7-1 as well. Let's not forget
and they
that.
didn't play bad.
Unbelievable, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Unbelievable, unbelievable story. And just very quickly, Joe, I want to say, um, and it is about Matchroom. I can honestly say this is the best event I personally have ever watched. I watched it all. I don't think I missed many racks at all. I thought all the way from the jukebox up in the studio to the little the cases they were sitting, the equipment cases they were sitting on, the cladding on the walls, the fake fans around the thing, the pinball, all the different video machines, the lighting. Even a lot of people were, wrong floor. You can hear the guys walking around. I loved the floor as well. The whole thing seemed like an industrial kind of warehouse to me, and it looked gritty and real pool. It looked like a pool room. I imagine if I had a pool room, I'd love it to look like that. Machines everywhere, lights flashing, and cool. I just love them fans. They
Well,
actually made me feel cool.
look, Mark, we all know what Matchroom does, what they're capable of doing. And remember, this was their third shot with no fans, right? And so it's almost like they're perfecting their technique here, right? They're getting better and better with each event. And I had the same feeling about this event as you did. I felt like, you had the Mosconi without fans. It was just a little weird, and it's not really their fault. I mean, it's hard to replicate that. And then you go to the next event, which was CLP, and again just felt a little different, but they're getting it. And now with this event, I felt the same way you did. I was like, man, they really hit a home run here. And just the dynamic of the Scotch doubles, I mean, it's just so fun, it's so interesting.
Yeah.
You're as a fan, you're looking at the expression on their faces and you're trying to dive into it and understand it. And so I thought that was pretty cool. By the way, I want to give a shout out real quick to a few people that are in the chat. Guys,
Yeah,
chat it
sure.
up. We'd love to hear from you. We'd love to hear your feedback. Lil Chris wants to know. By the way, Lil Chris, great YouTube channel, Instructional
Yeah.
Pool. Check him out. He wants to know your opinions on the Fluke racks from Germany. He's like, I know it's part of the game. Look, Lil Chris, unless it happens to me, it's not a fluke. Okay. When I do it, especially, it's not a fluke. Okay. It's always planned. But I don't really get too caught up in that because over time things have a way of evening itself out. There was that one world championship where Shane played Ko in the final. I don't know if you remember this one, Mark, but it was like every time Ko missed, Shane was hooked, and it was just the way it went that time. But yeah, I mean, rolls are part of the game. Germany
Nine ball as well at the end of the day.
took advantage of
That's
them.
why people like nine ball. And I think Christoph was very brave playing that nine ball off 4 rails when he could have just gone straight for the pocket. I think that was a cool shot he played. I'm just joking,
Yeah.
of course. But, it happens. There's been a lot of talk about they're celebrating the flukes and all that. Come on, it's a game. It's a game of luck to a certain degree as well. Nine ball, and I thought they were very humble, and I don't want to go into that anymore because Christoph is going to deal with that himself.
Yeah.
He comes on, right?
Hey, I found Molina Mike. There he is.
There he
Oh
is.
yeah, boys. Sorry guys, a little internet connection here.
Yeah.
I'm back.
What do you think, Mark? You want to roll with Christoph's interview? We had to record this because of the time it would have been in Germany, but we have it here recorded, and I'm going to go ahead and guys hit up the chat. The last time I did this, I had an echo on it. As soon as you hear it, if it sounds good, let us know. If there's an echo on it, let us know that. Okay?
Turn
We
us
good?
off. Turn us off, Joey.
I
We
will.
don't want to be heard. Just
Get out of here, Mark. You're gone. Get out of here, Melina. You're out of here. Okay, here it comes.
so here on the Booth Brothers, we are getting used to the fact that we bring you the news first, right? Anything topical, we are the first people, well, hopefully anyway, but up till now, we've been quite successful. Last time it was Emily Fraser, of course, telling us that the Mosconi Cup was going to be in the UK and not the US. Well, this time, if you've been watching your screens and the TV just recently, you will have seen the World Cup of Pool, the great Matchroom event. So keeping up the tradition of the Booth Brothers, we are bringing you live one of the winners. His name, Christoph Renchez. Good evening, Christoph. Hello, mate. How are you?
Hey, hello, guys. I enjoy being here. Thank you for this. And yeah, I'm really happy right now.
There's that little laugh. There's that laugh that we've heard so often over the past week, isn't it? And mate, I've got to say to you, we do know each other a little bit through the online games that you've been playing with Sharpshooter. And we gave you a great nickname and you lived up to that nickname, the Silver Mercedes. You lived up to that all week long. You were steady. Yes, okay, you had a few little shakes here and there, but who wouldn't? Absolutely unbelievable performance. And let's not forget, this guy he was an amateur. And I'm wondering, are you going to start playing a little bit more now, Christoph?
To be honest, not really.
What?
Yeah. For me, it's more important. To have save money for my family because we have a house and I have 2 kids and I have to earn money for save every month and pool is when you win such a big tournament like this, it's good money, but you cannot win anytime such a big tournament. So
You earned a little bit last week, Christoph. Come on, what was it, $30,000 or something? That'll keep your kids in clothes and that for a little while, surely.
yeah, maybe now it's makeable. No, it's awesome. I still can't realize what happened. So,
How old are your kids, pal? I got girls, so how old are your kids?
my son is 6, and my daughter is 3.
Did they
Julian
realize
is,
like what happened here? I think this is like as close to, an Olympic kind of deal as you can go and get. It being a lot of teams from across the world. So did they get to enjoy any of that? Did they go and root you on and send you any kind of inspiration on the way and during the tournament?
yes, my son also watching the live matches. My daughter is at 7 o'clock in the bed, so so yeah, that's not so important for her. But my son is also watching, and all my neighbors here, and it's kind of a virus, a World Cup virus here in Germany.
And you beat, well, it was Great Britain, of course, but it was 2 Englishmen in the final. And of course, once again, Germany have beaten England in a World Cup final. We just can't beat you. 1966 was the last time we beat you in a World Cup final at football, of course, I'm talking about.
Because you cannot good shot penalties.
Oh,
I
oh.
love it. Here comes the trash talking. Let's
Do you
go,
know what?
boys.
Do you know what? I am so glad you said that because I wasn't going to bring this up, but now I will bring this up, right? Now, don't talk to me about penalty shootouts, and sudden death things like that, because I know a little bit of history about you and sudden death, don't I,
Yeah.
Christoph?
I also saw Jeffrey De Luna in the venue. Yeah,
Did
he
you
talked to
speak
me.
about it?
Yeah, he said to me, "Oh, he missed the 9."
Just for those of you that don't know the story, Jeff De Luna and Christoph Renches were playing a brilliant online challenge, and it was a race to 150 points. I won't go into all the details now, but anyway, they both still had the chance to win on 150 points, and it went to a sudden death shootout. Whoever scored the most points in a rack would win that. And Christoph had a 9-ball to pot, and it wasn't that difficult. If he'd have got it, he would have beaten the great Jeff De Luna and won a little bit of money as well. I'm sure he won't mind me saying, but he didn't get it, did you?
Huh?
And I never let him forget about it until now. Sorry.
He won the important one. That's all that counts, right?
Absolutely.
He won the one that counted.
Yeah, every time when I meet Mark, he said to me, "Oh, you missed the 9."
You know, we all thought you'd missed a couple of 9s before, but you didn't. They went in another pocket. So that's fair enough, right? It doesn't matter.
Yeah, this time, to be honest, it's not that kind of good, to win a final like this. For me, it's that important, because I apologize all the time when things like this happened, and there are 2 champions on the other side, and that's not good when that things happen. That's 9-ball pool, and
Absolutely right. You handled it well though, man, with class. That's the difference there. I mean, that 2-railer in that spot was pretty brutal if you're Carl and Darren, but you, as fans and people that go and watch and appreciate the sport, it's different when someone, and you saw the anguish in your face and the respect you gave them, apologizing to it. That goes a long way from when you're watching, and even just, hearing your voice now, you can tell. But you got to work hard to get in that position. For a lot of the casual fans, we hadn't heard of you for the most part here on this side of the States. What was it like getting that call from Josh that you're going to be, his teammate, and Josh is arguably the best player in the world right now? What was it like getting that call that you were going to be part of Team Germany?
Yeah, it's just amazing. I'm at the breakfast at on Sunday, and my phone called, and Josh is on the phone, and I said, "Hey, what's up, man? It's in 2 weeks is World Cup of Pool, and my thoughts are going to play with you." And he's like, "What?" I just can't believe what he said. Yeah, this is and
2 weeks notice. Wow.
yeah, I cannot realize what he said, but I have to clear it with my workstation, because I need vacation and something. They offer me 2 weeks to prepare and play the World Cup. So we play, and
one point here for you, Christoph. It's unbelievable. He will not admit this, but he'd only played about, I think he said, 5 times or something in the year during the lockdown. Is that true?
Yeah, I have no time to practice because the clubs in Germany are closed. Friends of mine, they have a table, so I was able to play 5 times or something. And on the preparation with Josh, play 6 times pool, 6 days. It was very hard, we were very focused, and yeah, we were very well prepared, and we talk about the things what we need to do in the arena. Because I never played in the arena, I have no experience there, and
Snap it
absolutely
off
no
first time.
experience. Yeah, absolutely no experience, and for me, always to be honest, I beat the good guys like Nils Spain. I know him from the Bundesliga, David Alcaide, or yeah, I play against Nick Vandenberg in the Euro Tour or something. Thomas Kaplan, all the good guys. When I placed second in the Euro Tour, and I know what to do to beat the guys. Yeah, but in this arena, I have no experience. Yeah, so I I know what to do. I just have to focus on my game and not on the opponent. And yeah.
Yeah, I love hearing about when you got the call from Josh and how what was going on in your mind there. But I'm really curious about what it was like to partner with him. Probably the best player on the planet, or right up there in the conversation. Did you have this feeling that he was looking over your shoulder for shots, or how did you deal with the pressure of playing with probably one of the best players on the planet?
Yeah, obviously he had a lot of experience out there, and yeah, we talk in the practice that when I'm not sure what I'm doing, we talk about it. Also in the arena with the shot clock. Doesn't matter because we want to play the right shots, and I know what to do most of the time, but sometimes I have to ask him, and yeah, he tell me what to do. So the most teams are like Chris Melling and Jason Shaw. They're two good individual players, yeah, but as a team, sometimes yeah,
Chemistry.
it's a little bit strange, yeah. So in our team, yeah, it is for sure that Joshua is the first, and I'm under him, yeah. And I have to hear when he said, "Do you play another shot or something?" Then we do it. Yeah.
Was there a moment where it kicked in and you realized, hey, we can win this thing?
You mean in the final?
No, I mean
Or what?
throughout the entire event. Well,
When
or
the last ball went down.
yeah, like
No,
obviously you enter all events thinking you could win, but was there some point during the event that you're like, wait a minute, we have a good shot here?
I know from the start we can win because Josh is, yeah, maybe or sure the best player on the planet right now with Fedor and yeah, yeah, 3 or 5 guys like him in the world right now. And I know when I play my game what I can, so I'm a good partner for him. I'm a good shot maker also when I'm feeling comfortable, and that's the main thing. Yeah, spot the balls.
I
It
just
doesn't
want to
matter.
bring in. I just want to bring in something here, Christoph. I thought you've obviously described that very, very well, and I thought what you brought to the table in the early stages, what your safety was just sublime. You played some amazing safety shots. When Joshua maybe wasn't playing that well, you were the better player. People were saying in commentary, and the general chat on social media was, wow, this guy can play, and your safety was great.
Yeah, in the first match, to be honest, the Joshua don't play that well. He missed also 2 shots. That's very uncharacteristic for him. And we had a 5-1 lead. That's comfortable, and then we make 2 errors, and then it was 5-4 against Lithuania, and then they braked, and then no ball down, and then we closed out the match. And I had a long 2 ball to pot in the last rack. Um, and I want to stay very still on the shot, and I made it, and then we run out for the first match. There are not my nerves kicking in on this shot. After the match, we analyzed the game every match. Also with Pia. Pia is like his coach, Yoshi's coach, and she bring it on point when we make some errors or something. Obviously, we're happy that we won, but she's very hard.
Yeah, she's
very hard sometimes.
She's a huge part. She's a huge part, isn't she, Christoph, of his play. That moment at the end was just absolutely beautiful. You know, to see they're both in tears. I mean, I was in tears. What was it like in the arena? I mean, it must have been so emotional in that they were both crying and kissing. Did you? I know you have a wife and kids back home. Did any part of you kind of think, "Oh, I wish my wife could be here and see this and experience it with me"?
Yeah, for sure. I want my wife to be on every event where I went, but it's not makeable with the kids, and because of COVID, this actual not makeable. But it's nice to see. There are professionals, very hard professionals, Josh and Pia, in practice and on the tournament. When they are not at the table, they are so friendly. But when it's going for pool, they're another kind of human. They are professional. And they said when shots are not good or something. For me, it's sometimes hard because I'm happy when we win. But there are professionals all the way. So they have to earn money from the game. So they're thinking professional, not like me. I have not to earn money from the game. So what I want to say, I'm not that professional like Pia and Josh. They are very professional, and they are sailing with me. During the tournament.
Well, you certainly acted professional the whole way. You were certainly on the same par with Joshua a lot of the time during that. I thought you were a tremendous partnership because of your close friendship anyway. And there's lots of people that are very, very happy for you that you won that. Now, would you say, Joey, now is a good time we've got a few little surprises for you here, and we just want to see your reaction to, got to work a little bit earlier on, and I spoke to a few people, and, we've come up with this for you, Christoph. So take a look at this.
Hi, Christoph and Joshua Pillar. Congratulations for winning World Cup of Pool, and good luck. See you again. Congratulations. And Roberto.
Hey, Christoph and Joshua. Great job. Congratulations.
Good job.
Hi, Christoph. I'm very happy that you won. And I know what you didn't feel well to win like that, but a win is a win. And I'm so glad that you won, and actually it will inspire a lot of people, because an amateur players like you say to be, but you are not anymore, is winning a World Cup championship, and so congratulations, and hope to see the silver Mercedes again soon on our channels. Congratulations again, and all the best to you and to your family. And I'm close to you, and whenever you want to chat, I'm available for you. Okay. Take care, guys. Take care, Christoph, and good luck again.
Hey, Christoph. Kelly Fisher here. Just wanted to send you a big congratulations. Fantastic, you and Joshua, how well you played on winning the World Cup of Pool. I'm sure it was a fantastic experience for you, and you must be absolutely delighted to have took that trophy home. So well done. You played fantastic throughout the whole event, and what great champions you both are. Congratulations to both you, Christoph, and also to Joshua. All right, we'll see you at the next one. Bye.
This is the beauty of sport, isn't it? I got goosebumps.
Me as well. I'm welling up. First of all, Christoph, would love to just get a reaction from you from those 3 clips that you've just seen and heard. How do you react to that? How do you respond to that?
I don't know what I can say. It's just unbelievable that Jeff, Kelly, and Giovanni talk to me. It's amazing. Yeah, I got goosebumps, and this is wow. Yeah, just wow. Really, guys, that's amazing. Thank you.
You're welcome, mate. You're welcome. We said we got some surprises for you, and honestly, you deserve it because you are such a lovely man. You know, you're a family man. All you care about is supporting your family. You're just exactly what this game of pool needs. You're such a role model for lots of youngsters and that. And you don't honestly know. I know we have our jokes about the 9 ball and stuff like this, but you honestly don't know how much you've meant to me as well in this past few months of when I've been commentating on you, and you've always been so nice. We've commentated together as well, of course, and we always laugh, and I miss your laugh so much, and it's just so great to see you. And I just want to say it couldn't have happened to a nicer man. Just fabulous. Thank you so much for coming on here as well. You know, you are just such a lovely guy, honestly, a real true gent.
Yeah, thank you. It's just amazing.
All right.
So what's next for you? What's next? What will you do tomorrow? What are you going to do tomorrow? What's your day tomorrow? Let us know what you're up to.
Yeah, tomorrow I'm now in quarantine because my wife had COVID. So
oh wow.
We had a house, so I not sleep by my wife now. I sleep in another room, and when I go outside the room, I wear a mask at home.
Oh.
Yeah. That yeah. I'm not getting COVID right now.
We wish her quick health and speedy recovery, man, from all of us here.
Yeah.
She's becoming better right now. That's the main thing. That's good, and yeah, she's more healthy right now, like the last week. Yeah.
Wow. Well, Christoph, is there anything else, guys, that you'd like to ask? Is there anything else you'd like to say? Christoph, maybe you'd like to thank your sponsors, and anything else you'd like to say, entirely up to you. The floor is yours, my friend. You are a world champion after all. I'm going to shut up and listen.
Yeah, I'm such a normal guy. Yeah, we win a world championship, but for me it's not important. It's important, but for me as a human, yeah, I'm now a world champion. But I never said when I met other people or something, hey, I'm a world champion. Yeah. No, when otherwise they ask me. Yeah.
I'm sure everyone's going to know you. They all know you now. You can't hide anywhere. They're going to be, when you're walking down the street, hey, Christoph, can I have your autograph? Can I have your autograph?
Yeah, let's talk about the matches. I would love to talk about the matches, how I feel.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Yeah, you saw the second match was against Kuwait. Yeah.
Yeah.
I missed no shot, but I cannot stand still because I'm not really focused because yeah, my wife called me with the COVID, and but I don't talk before the match to Josh that my wife is ill, so that he had his focus. And after the match, he said to me, "What is wrong with you?" And wow, you jump up in every shot. What's wrong? And then yeah, the Pia and Josh, there was a little bit angry on me, and then I said them that my wife had COVID.
Wow. What did they say?
Also Phil Yates. After this, he commented on me that I stand up in every shot, and I think against Denmark, I do my things better. I play very good safeties, and
very good safeties.
I missed 2 goals or something, but in a race to 9, it's okay. Yeah, I see all the pros when I look the matches. For example, Billy Forbes, Woodward, or what the hell? Yeah, all the pros are missing out there in the arena. Yeah, they're all kind of shaky looking for me. When you see the matches, nobody plays perfect out there.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, with hearing that news, like, for one, you would have had any excuse in the world to not perform because nobody knew about you. You know, there was some arguing that, well, what about Thorsten or Ralph, or there was other guys that could have been Josh's partners. So you would have had that excuse to go and fail. Then you throw into the mix that in the middle of the tournament, you get told that your wife has COVID. Nobody would have blamed you for laying down. This is a great story in sport. You know, like that's pretty incredible to go and have all those adversities, and they're not just minor. They are not. As a human, with your wife dealing with COVID, and then from the sports side of it, you know, it's pretty inspiring, Chris. And I can tell you, you know, you got a fan in me for life. Just hearing this, you know, this is just remarkable. What was their response like? Hopefully they sent their well wishes to your wife as well. What was it like going and coming back and playing even better on that next round?
Yeah, thank you. I don't say that they are angry. They are just professionals, and they have a professional mind. And they talk to me after the match. Yeah, what's wrong? And when we play like this, we can win the World Cup. So we have to analyze the matches in the right way. Sometimes it's hard for me, but they analyze professional, and that's the main thing. And I get a lot of experience also from these conversations with the guys, and that's the main thing.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I know that you're a working man, and you know you don't really plan to go out and play pool full time, but this is one of those signature events where, you know, during the course of those few days, I'm sure you learned a lot about yourself and what you're capable of doing. Do you intend to try to play as much as you can from here? Maybe get out to a few more events and just really test yourself?
Yeah, I want to. When the time allowed that happens, then I try. I want to challenge the good guys. So
just one more question for you, Christoph, and then we really will let you go because I know you need to get away and do some stuff. Going to your next tournament now, okay, your next Matchroom event. Now you've got that experience. You know, I know what a great player you are because I've seen you run perfect perfect sets, right? I've seen it. I've seen it 3 or 4 times. I've seen you run perfect.
Yeah.
How do you feel now about going into a singles event, but you have that experience now of being in that matchroom arena? You know what to expect now. You know that feeling. How do you now go to this next matchroom event?
And now I know how I can handle the pressure better. I have just more experience. Obviously, there are only 5 matches, but it's a lot of experience against the world-class players in the matchroom arenas. And yeah, I found my stroke already in the last 2 matches. I think when we're trailing 7-2 down, we are making the shots. Amazing, yeah. And yeah, when I play the worlds, I think I go very well prepared on the championships.
Well, I can tell you one person that believed in you from the start, and that's Mark White. He was telling us, watch out for this guy. This Germany team is going to be tough. He was predicting it from the start, and you had...
From the second I heard the name, Mark was championing you.
Malik Mike was talking about the Netherlands. I was pulling for the U.S., but Mark was like, watch Germany. They're going to do it. And sure enough, you guys did it. So, you know, congratulations. Excellent performance. And just meeting you and seeing the type of guy you are, seeing your smile. I mean, I'm going to pull for you from now on. So I'm a big fan.
Congratulations.
Thank you, guys.
And you're a world champion. That term gets thrown out a lot, but there's a lot of guys who are not world champions. You know, don't ever let nobody sell you short on that, because you are. So my hat's off to you, pal.
Thank you.
Good luck to your wife. A speedy recovery we send from the Booth brothers. We send all our best wishes, and thank you so much for all the entertainment. You are a world champion. Not many people can say that. It can never be taken away from you, Christoph. If you never played pool again, which I know you will always be a world champion. Thank you so much for joining us. Respect, mate. Thank you. Danke.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks.
Well, I don't know who that was that just who was that who just popped up on the screen there?
I pushed the wrong button. Stand by. We'll get to that.
Guys, just very, very quickly, let's have a little remark from each of us. I mean, just it was amazing, wasn't it? I was in tears watching it again. It's such a beautiful man, you know, such a great guy. And what a great thing for Paul, to show what great people we do have in this sport. What a great ambassador for Paul he was. Brilliant.
Yeah, I loved every minute of that interview. And, that's people ask me, why did I get into interviewing pool players and doing pool player podcasts and now Booth Brothers? That's an example of it. A guy who wins a title, if you never take the time to talk to him or listen to his interviews, you wouldn't know just what a genuine, real person that is. And you know what? He gives hope to all the people like me in the world that hold down a job and love pool and compete at pool and are pretty good. I mean, he's better, but it kind of gave me hope. Like maybe Shane will pick me one time and we'll go win the World Cup of pool. What do you think, Mike?
No,
maybe not.
I'm still just blown away. And you're right. And I told you this before. I think what Matchroom does, and you're right, Joey, what you do with Pool Player Podcast and what we're doing here, the average fan would have only known Christoph as Filler's partner and the guy who, two-railed a few 9-balls and got a little fluky. And when you can get to know somebody, when you can relate to someone as a father, right, boys? We're all dads, as working men. It really helps you go and root for them just that much more. So I was blown away. I'm like Mark, man. I was in tears thinking about him, cleaning myself up before he come back, and it was great guy, great guy. Couldn't be happier for him.
Well, next week we are going to be joined by let's go on, Joey. Mike, you say who's coming on the show next week, because you're the man that's got him, and we've got a huge star coming next week as well. Who's it going to be, Mike?
My boy Oscar Dominguez is coming on. He's got big shoes to fill though after that interview, boys. But yeah, my boy Oscar's coming on. He's got a few things to talk about. Big match that we're gonna go and release exclusively here on the Booth Brothers. So stay tuned for it next week, and you guys can find out right here. So and a few other things. He's got a bunch of stuff going on, but that's one of them. So I'm real pumped. But yeah, man, what a great! I just hearing it again, and we were there, and hearing this interview again, I'm still just I don't know, blown away. Great job, Mark, on getting them.
Yeah, great job. And I'm excited for next week with Oscar. He told me a story that, Mark, I think you'll love. You spent some time in the Far East, and he told a story about going over to the Philippines. I'm going to make him tell you that story on the show next week. You're going to love it.
Look forward to it. And that will be a live interview. That will be live, won't it? Because the time difference will be perfect. Obviously, he's over there with you guys. So, yeah, we'll get you lot to, all you viewers there in the chat to hit them, Oscar up with some questions next week. We'd love that. We do want your interaction. We do read all of them. We try and reply to all of them as well. Of course, we have another guest coming up. What do you want to do next, guys? Look, do you want to talk about money matches? Do you want to talk about the big Chip Tony one at the weekend, Mike?
Yeah, if we got, I mean, if we want to go ahead and jump on into it, it was.
Go on.
I've watched Tony play a lot. I was there the last time whenever Chip and Tony played. I ain't never seen Tony go and play like that ever, and I bet on Chip. Tony's ability to go and adapt isn't something that you said together. I remember when people were messaging me and they're saying, "How's it going?" And I'm like, "Tony's putting the squeeze on him. He's tightening him down. He's not giving him an inch." And they were like, "Tony?" You never seen him go and evolve like that as a player. And for him to go and have that up his sleeve was incredible. If Tony can go and play like that, can go and change his style, but still have all of his abilities up, in his back pocket, watch out. One pocket's going to be even more exciting. And we had a bunch of stuff stirred up. So yeah, it was a fantastic match.
I think, Mike, it kind of speaks to Tony's pride, his personal pride. He had a couple matches there, even giving up weight to Chip. And, I think he was tired of booking losers. And I know he was working hard leading up to this match, and he was going to do what it took to win the match. And honestly, I love both these guys, but I thought Chip was going to get it. I just thought Chip was riding a wave, but we see it in one pocket, right? One ball is so huge sometimes, to where you're playing somebody and it's 9-7 and the guy can't even come close, and then it's 9-6 and you can't come close, And so, but yeah, Tony has so much pride in his one pocket game, and with it being labeled as the match to determine the best American one pocket player, you knew he was going to show up. And Chip too, it was just Tony really brought it,
Yeah, it wasn't so much just the spot. I don't think you never saw Chip go and get comfortable. That table out there in Louisiana with the humidity and the tight pockets can be a little gaffy, and I think it got in Chip's head early. And it wasn't until day 3 when the guy stuck 10 games that he finally looked, somewhat comfortable. And by then, what can you do when you're in a 10-game hole? Tony does have a lot of pride, but Tony's got a lot of gamble too. And I messaged him, I think it was yesterday. So he's ready to play again. There was a lot of chirping between Chip and Scott, or Chip and Corey. And I think Chip's kind of got pick of the litter here as far as who he wants to go and play. I hope Scott steps up because I love seeing the freezer in action for big money, And you being from Arizona, Joey, I'm sure you can appreciate it. But yeah, it's right. There's a world champion in the house. I want to see Fedor learn some one pocket.
I think I pulled a screenshot. Oh, hey, Fedor.
Hey, but of course, there's another world champion. Come on, the Booth brothers get all the world champions on here, right?
I love it.
Another one. Hi, Fedor. Privyet, Katala.
Yeah, it's I'm looking forward to the next one, and I know they're going to go and play again.
Yeah, Mike, I found this one on your. You shared this one here, talking about all the woofing, and it's kind of amazing. Mark and I were talking before the show, kind of about the one pocket game, and Mark was just saying, he's not used to like Chip, Tony, Chip Tony again, Chip Tony again, Dennis Shane again, Dennis Shane again. And, it's just kind of the nature of it. And that match between Chip and Tony has now stimulated all this action, all this discussion about Scott Frost and Corey Deuel. And I mean, if these guys are out there playing all the time, then it's not just the same two people. It's the same like 5 or 6 people duking it out for who the best player in the country is. And I think that's pretty cool. What are your thoughts about the Shane Dennis rematch, Mike?
Shane, a motivated Shane is a dangerous Shane. And the pool world better be on notice because Shane is motivated. Shane's putting in the work. Over the last few years, you couldn't go and say that about it. There's few people that Shane can go through the motions. Shane wants to whoop Dennis's, you know what? And before that match, Shane told me verbatim that he was going to go and embarrass Dennis, and that was when me and him were talking about it. He did not like losing, and you better watch out because Shane's pissed and they want to go at it again. And it's not just trying to set up a trilogy or nothing. Shane wants to go and beat him by 25 plus, and we know what kind of heart Dennis has. It showed it last time. The guys are racing to 120 and it goes hill. So,
yeah.
What's up, Mark?
I've got an idea. Look, I've got no beef with rematches and that. But I just get the feeling it's kind of like a heavyweight boxer. He's just beaten his biggest challenger, and then all of a sudden it's his next fight again, the same person. I think a race to 120 is too much to do again. Why don't we just start at 100 each, and then just play to 25.
Race to 3.
Race to
3 for 50,000.
The Billy Thorpe mentality.
The reason I came away from snooker and went on to pool was because it was a quick game. It got quick results. I don't like cricket so much because it's some games are 5 days, but I don't mind the 2020 version of it, the quick 1 day thing. But these 3 day thing, I just think is a little bit too much for pool.
That's why you love Matchroom so much, Mark. You like the races to 5 alternate break. And that kind of leads us into our Q&A that you wanted to talk about here. Alternate break or winner break? What do you guys think?
Mark, go ahead.
Yeah. Well, I think in the short races it's great, but I think in longer races, winner breaks, I think you're going to get a more, what do you call it?
Sublime.
Yeah, Mike.
You stole it from me.
I think, I don't know. I don't really have an opinion on this, to be honest. I don't know what I think. Sometimes I want winner break. Sometimes I don't want winner break. I don't know. I would like to have seen alternate break in the Matchroom event, to be honest.
Well, here I got an opinion on this, but while I do, if you guys are following along, I'm really curious to see. There's a lot of people in here that we know are friends of the program. Who do you like out of that Shane Dennis match? Just go ahead and put it in the chat. I want to hear who you like. Now, here's my thoughts on winner. I was always a winner break guy, because I was like, it's exciting to break and run 7. I did that one time in a tournament. It was like the best day of my life. I'm walking down the Las Vegas Strip, and I was newly married, and my wife's like, "You're the best pool player I've ever seen in my life." We had great sex that night. It was amazing.
TMI.
It's a kid's
We're
show.
married. Hey.
Joey, what are you doing?
I'm going to cry for a different reason now.
But check it out. But check it out. I had Sean Wilkie, great pro player out of Maryland. He came on Pool Player Podcast, and he made a great argument for alternate break. He said, look at sports like tennis. In tennis, the serve is so important, right? That they keep track of when people break serve. And pool is no different. The break shot in pool is very similar to the serve in tennis. And so it's not fair if you're playing winner breaks and somebody just has a dominant break and just breaks and runs out, rack after rack after rack. So at least give the other guy a chance so that you could have a serve and a break of serve, and go back and forth with alternate break. And after he said that, I thought about it, because remember, I'd always been a winner break guy. And so after that, I was like, you know what? I think you're right. And I changed my mind on that. I really do believe alternate break is the most fair way to do it. Mike, on to you.
Yeah, it just depends for me. I mean, if they're playing a long race, I want to see winner break. I want to see packages. I want to see a guy get in a hole. I want to see somebody get hit with 5, get hit with 3s, 4s, and it made for some special moments like the Shane and what happened with Shane and Dennis would have never happened with alternate break. What happened with Sky and Dennis would have never happened with alternate break. But like Mark said, and to his credit, he's absolutely right. And I couldn't echo that more, is that
I'm
in
never
matchroom
right.
in these short races, in matchroom with these short races, look what happened to Austria. I mean, that's pretty tough. You get hit with a 4, and they're the defending champions. All the credit in the world to, I think, who was it, like Slovakia or that did it, but
Kuwait,
that's
wasn't
pretty
it? Was it
brutal.
Kuwait?
I think,
No,
I'm not sure.
I
No,
forget now.
I think it was Slovakia, but maybe I'm wrong. But that's
Yeah,
pretty
it
tough
is.
spot
It
to go
was
and be in with
Slovakia.
those
Yeah.
short races. Yeah, with races to 7, races to 5. That's a lot of pressure, man. That's a lot to go and make up, and you can be in a hole before you even do anything wrong, but at least whenever you have longer races like to 9 or 11 or something, you got room to go and move some, right? Room to go and breathe. You may have a shot later on, but at the same time, I understand why they do it for TV purposes. For those short races to match them, and it really does make for special moments. So it's you can argue both sides for sure.
Yeah,
Joey,
good points.
Joey, you
Yeah.
didn't have them headphones on, did you? Walking down Las Vegas Strip and had great sex with your wife. I hope you didn't have them on, did you?
No,
That's a big turn off, mate. That's a big turn off.
I need these
Oh,
headphones, man. I love them. I love
Joey
them.
is as red as that tomato on Mark's pizza.
Come on, man.
Oh my goodness. Come on.
Oh, that's
That's
funny. Hey, Mark, do we want to go with the caption competition real quick?
Oh, I wasn't ready for it, but yeah, I will. Why not?
Oh.
Who has to be ready? It doesn't matter. By the way,
Where's my
there's another guy in the chat who's
Talking
got
about sex.
He's got a bone. Yes. Oh, that's an even worse image. Oh, yeah. This did provide us with the most entries we've ever had for our caption competition, and we got a complaint actually from Del Sim. He says you were supposed to go down to I think it was Maryland, and you didn't.
I know.
You didn't show up with his prize. He said, "Where's my prize?"
It's coming, Del. It's
Have you seen
coming.
the size of him? Have you seen the size of him? I wouldn't want to let him down.
Sorry,
By-
Del. We'll get
By
there.
the way, Joey, he's coming on the show next week. Del Sim is coming on the show. I said that can be his prize. He's coming
That's
next
awesome.
week.
There you go.
We
See,
love
we're
Del.
even, Del. We're even.
We may need 2 cameras though, because he's tall. He may just catch this.
Hey, I
part of
tell
him.
you what. I heard Del Sim commentating at the Texas Open with Jeremy Jones. That guy can commentate. I was like, I know this is Jeremy. Jeremy's awesome. Who's this other guy? And it was Del.
He about wet
Great job.
himself,
Look, he doesn't know that he's coming on next week.
Yeah, he's coming on.
Surprise.
He's coming on next week. I just thought I'd drop that in. Actually, he's come in the chat there with a good point. What about 5 breaks, then 5 to the other guy?
Not
I
bad.
like that.
I like it.
Not a bad
You gotta
idea, is
protect.
it?
You gotta protect serve, right?
Mark, who won the caption competition? Come on, we got to get to this, man.
Well,
Look at this.
I don't know really. I think you know more than I do. I mean, the first one we had was actually from Melina Mike, who said extension, please, Carl. And that led to another one. This is going to remain anonymous, this one. If I have 2 Qs, what's that sticking in my butt? That was another one. We had a lot along those lines. I love this one. I can't say the first word. Hell, Daz, I've been carrying you that much. You're breaking my back. He actually did carrying the whole competition, didn't
I
he,
like
basically? Carry
My
on my
buddy,
Go on.
I was going to say my buddy Rick Glasscock, who I think tuned in earlier. I think he had a comment that said, "Is that a jump cue? Is that a jump cue?" Oh, geez, where do you get these, Mark?
I don't know. This gives you a clue on the sort of people that I know, sort of people that I have as friends on Facebook. This is carrying your partner too far was another one. That's about it, really. I mean, what's your favourite, guys? Oh, this is quite a good one actually from Vincent Coleman. said, "I forgot my glasses. Can you take me to the loo, please?" I kind of like that one.
Yeah, that one's good. I don't know. You got to pick one, Mark. You got to go. It's your competition.
I've got to pick it.
Yeah.
Well, I kind of like the one about I've been carrying him the whole tournament. I kind of like that because he kind of did, didn't he? Do we agree on that one?
I do. I like that one.
And that's from Brad Haydu.
Yeah, I like it.
Said that.
Hey, Mark, what do you say we get to our other special guest?
I think we should. I think he's been waiting long enough, hasn't he? And he's a very special guest as well, isn't he? Jamal Elmore from, makes the great clothing, doesn't he? For Kelly Fisher, for Monica Webb. There he is. Look. Hey, how you doing?
Hey, Jamal.
What's up, Jamal?
Mate.
How you doing?
Yeah, good. Now, look, we've been looking at some of your sportswear that you're making, and you're putting some really nice stuff. I think Joey's actually got a picture here of a couple of them. Look at that, Assassin. That's beautiful, isn't it?
Thank you. That's for Monica Webb on her collection.
Wow.
Yeah, Jamal. So the billiard sportswear industry, it's pretty competitive. What made you get started creating clothing for billiards?
I actually started with a pool league that I had. So I started out selling pool supplies to my players, and then I started selling somebody else's clothing line. And then I just decided to start my own clothing line. And I felt that I could do a little more than just pool, which is how I came up with the concept and the name.
What else is your stuff involved in? What other sports?
I have a few bowlers that wear it, some local players. I'm talking with some guys that play golf. And then just some casual stuff that people wear every day. I've had a few DJs wear it, stuff like that.
Where are you located, Jamal?
Chicagoland area, south suburbs.
Nice. And so you have Monica Webb and Kelly Fisher now as sponsored players. Is that correct?
Correct.
And the outfits that, Great Britain B wore with Kelly and Allison, they were provided by you, right?
Yes.
How did you kind of get to know Kelly? Because I know Mark knows Kelly pretty well, and Kelly's been on the program, and I'm just curious, how did you guys build that relationship?
Reached out to her on Facebook, and that just kind of got the conversation going. The vibe was pretty good, and we just decided to go ahead and do business together.
Isn't that amazing? That's like the kind of person Kelly is, right? It's like reached out to her on Facebook, had a conversation, and now we're doing business.
Facebook too.
Yeah, I just want to say while we're just talking about Kelly very quickly. I don't know whether you heard it earlier, Jamal, in the interview with Christoph Renchez. We had a little clip come in from Kelly, and Kelly wasn't on video. And this is how much of a lovely person Kelly Fisher is. She's struggling yesterday, working so hard to get her pool hall open in Scotland. As you know, yesterday was the breakthrough time when we could start opening again our pool rooms and bars and that where we could go inside. And she was working hard all day long. And she said, "Mark, I can't do you a video, love. Oh, darling, I can't make you a video. I'm covered in, dust and all that. My hair's all over the place. Can I do a voice message? Is that all right, love?" And that's why she done the voice. How lovely is that, though? A world champion again, and just so nice. She's great to work with, right, Jamal?
Yeah, absolutely. Never have any problems when I want to reach out and talk to her. We probably talk several times a week. And I just like the way that the communication is going and the way she's helping me develop and build my brand.
Jamal, are you a pool player?
Yeah, I'm not that good, though, but I played amateur leagues.
It says every pool player ever. I'm not that good.
I hit a ball months.
Yeah, I don't play pool anymore.
Even Christoph said that. I'm not really a pool player. I'm an amateur.
Yeah. So, Jamal, what are some of your plans from here with the clothing line? Are you, you got the big events coming up in Vegas. Can folks reach out to you for like team shirts and things like that? Is that something that you're doing? And if so, can you give them information about how to get a hold of you?
Yeah, absolutely. The website is In the Zone Sportswear, and that's with the letter N, no I on the front. I do whatever you need. I do your teams. I do wholesale. I've done work for some pool halls.
Awesome.
Any players that in the background that you might be sponsoring again soon? I mean, are you looking for any English players that are starting to make a comeback in the game?
Blind English players?
I'm currently talking with a few players. See what happens. I like to wait till we have things finalized before I let people know who I have.
Yeah, of course.
Close to the vest.
Well, Jamal, thanks so much for joining us. We're hoping to see you out at an event soon. So, I know Molina travels around a lot. He gets out to a lot of action matches, and if you're going to be out at any of the events in Las Vegas or any of the big national events, let us know. I'd love to connect with you out there, and we'll be sure to tell people about you, and hopefully you get some business out of it.
Definitely, I'll give you guys a call and let you know.
Awesome.
Looking forward to it. Thanks for coming on, Jamal.
Thank you.
Pleasure, Jamal. Thank you very much. And we love your stuff. Really love it, especially the Great Britain B. They done really well. Thank you so much for coming on. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Designs will keep coming too.
Awesome.
Keep it fresh. There you go. I like that.
I love it.
Strong to go and start off and have your brand be on the biggest stage in sports, and have world champions going and represent. So he started off really great doing that, and it can only go up from here. I'm looking forward to seeing what they do.
Look, what he said about Kelly, it's like I could just I asked the question not knowing the answer, right? And there was a part of me that was like, oh yeah, I've known Kelly for 15 years, or this happened. I met her at an event back in 2002. No, it's like, yeah, I sent her a message on Facebook. We clicked, and that's just Kelly, right? That's how I got her on the podcast. That's how, she's just awesome to deal with like that.
Yeah.
Do y'all remember she was excited about that brand? Whenever she came on with us, I think she hinted at it, but she didn't say the specifics of who it was. But
like, yeah, look at it, Mike.
Really looking forward to it. Yeah, that's sharp, man. I like those colors too. That color combination's fly, man.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
Remember last week we showcased Mika Iminen's new shirt, didn't we? That John Burrell had designed for him, and that was a lovely shirt as well, wasn't it? And that sort of reminded me of that kind of style a little bit.
The same colors with the
same colors. Yeah, it was really, really nice. Look, guys, what do you say we talk about the upcoming World Pool Masters? Of course, Emily and the team from Matchroom have arrived in Gibraltar. We saw the pictures, some great pictures of the big rock earlier on Gibraltar, and it starts on the 22nd till the 25th. What do we reckon to this one then? Look at the first round there. Thorpe against Woodward in the prelim. Who's going to win that one, guys?
Look, that's one of these where as soon as it was announced, Sky and Billy were like, it's like when you travel, hundreds of miles to play in a tournament, you play your buddy from the same town. That happened to me one time. I was living a half mile from Keith McCready in DC, right? And I go up to Turning Stone to play in the pro event up there, and so does Keith. And sure enough, we draw each other in the first round, and I'm beating him 7-2. And it's in like this, it's like an arena, with bleachers and everything. And all of a sudden, everybody starts piling around. We got like 100 people watching, like, who's this guy beating Keith McCready? And sure enough, I dogged it right on cue. He came back and beat me like 11-7. It was nuts.
There's a pattern happening here, Joe.
Yeah, me dogging it.
Going in front and then dogging
anyway,
it.
Let's get back to the World Pool Masters. What do you think, Mike? Who are you liking out of this lineup? I mean, it's just all killers here.
Man, you don't know. Listen, it's real easy to go and pick chalk, right? When we say chalk, we mean the favorites. But if we learned anything last week, it's that you don't know what the hell is going to happen because it's 9-ball pool, and anything can go and happen in 9-ball pool. I'll tell you a couple dark horses that I like. Sanjin is one that I'm looking forward. His match with I think it's Melling, and then he's got Filler right behind him. don't think that kid can't get there because he can. Kelly, on speaking about her, she's got an interesting draw with the Australian, and then following up with Alex. Kelly knows how to play 9-ball, and she can go and break 9-ball. So she had a big lead on Shane in the World Pool Masters. It's going to be a great event, guys. I don't know who to pick. What do you think, Mark?
Alex was actually her doubles partner in an event on the doubles event that Nate Mindham done on the Battle of the Sexes thing. I think something like that. Anyway, I saw them playing together. They called themselves the husband and the wife.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah, you remember that?
Yeah, I remember.
Konya is in it, look, as well, playing Van Boning. That could be an interesting one because he's part of the Slovakian team that obviously beat Albin Ocean and Mario Hay. I don't know with this one, you've got Fayan De Luna. That's a tough one, isn't it? And I'll tell you one that I'm loving out of this, Fortunski against Tkach. Now, we saw Tkach in the Predator CLP, the Matchroom Champions League pool thing a month ago or so. And Fortunski didn't perform too well at the latest at the World Cup of Pool. Him and Wojtek Shevchuk had a nightmare in that, didn't really turn up to the match. So I'm looking forward to seeing the two ladies play this week. Tkach and Kelly are really, really looking forward to seeing those two. In an event now, it's a proper knockout event. It's not like the Champions League. This is now head-to-head, no hiding place. Play your game. And may the best man or woman win.
Kind of taking a look at this, guys, taking a closer look. I mean, look at some of these matchups, potential first and second round matchups, the potential for Shane and Fedor to match up. I mean, wow. Whoever escapes out of Niels and De Luna against Jason Shaw. I mean, there's just some crazy. This is going to be an awesome event to watch. So make sure you guys check it out.
Yeah, we're really looking forward to that. You can watch it on Sky, of course. You can watch it on DAZN again, I think, and
DAZN,
Matchroom, DAZN, and also on.
Well, that's what Emily calls
it. Yes, she does, doesn't she? But I didn't want to put her up on that. I'll tell you what, it might be a good time of the evening, right?
Oh boy,
because today, look, you know what that sound is, guys? It can only mean one thing. This is coming out again, and for a very special reason, because it's Emily Fraser's birthday. Now, I couldn't let the birthday go without just recording something little. I'm not going to ask Joey to beatbox because as my rapping's bad enough, but put it with Joey's beatbox and it just ruined. You can do an intro for me if you like. Go on, do an intro for me, Joey.
No, I'm good.
Right, here we go. This is for you, Emily, once again. Here we go. Yo, happy birthday, Emily Fraser, an innovator, instigator, real trailblazer. Happy birthday, Emily. Don't get too drunk. There's rations to set up and balls to be sunk. Emily Matchroom are the top broadcasters. Have fun in Gibraltar at the World Pole Masters.
All right.
That was pretty good, Mark.
Somebody tag Emily. Jim Telfer's in here. Tag Emily. Dominic, maybe.
I'll tell you what, talking of rapping, there's another guy that can rap as well, Jim Telfer. And very, very good time to just bring this up, I think, Joey. Thursday night, there you go, right on cue. Thursday night around 8 o'clock, I think it is, Central European time. God knows what time that is in over your side of the water. It's 7 p.m. in the UK. And it's why it's called the Battle of the Sexes. I think I have a little inkling as to why it might be called that. Exactly. You know the Shane Van Boning and the Sky Woodward thing about cutting his mullet off and all that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Well, I think whoever loses this match is going to have to dress up as a woman for a week. I think.
No way.
I think maybe that could be it. But no, they're going to play race to 9, best of 3 sets, and I'm going to be commentating on it. It's going to be a little bit of fun, and we'd love you to join us. I know Nate Mindham's got a big following on the Cue It Up network and on all the tournaments that he does. So these are the two guys that do a lot of work behind the competitions, and they're going to get together and they're going to play a match on Thursday night, 7 p.m. UK time. And join us if you can for that. It's going to be a lot of fun. And also, there's going to be some raffles and giveaways I've heard as well, Nate's asked me to say.
That's a virtual match, right, Mark?
Yeah, it's virtual. Jim Telfer is in Maastricht in Holland. And Nate Mindham, he's in Wisconsin, I think, isn't he? In the US?
Yeah.
Is that
They playing 10 ball?
That's like Southern Canada.
Yeah, they're playing 10 ball, race to 9, first to 2 sets. So
I'll take Jim, and the rail is open. Anybody wants to bet on Nate? Y'all come get with me.
There is a twist though. There is a slight handicap.
Wait a minute. Hold on, y'all.
Yeah, I just want to get in there. So don't put your bets on just yet, Mike. Nate is playing on a 7-foot table. Jim is playing on a 9-foot table.
Okay, never mind. No, the rail is not open.
Is it 9 ball? Is it 9 ball? Does it say?
It's 9 ball, yeah.
9 ball? Okay.
Yeah,
I think
it's 9 ball on a 7-foot table and a 9-foot table.
That's a huge handicap.
Yeah, he's a big.
Yeah, but have you seen Nate play?
Yeah, he's great. Nate's a decent player.
Man.
I know. I'm just joking. We're just pulling his chain.
I think he won some event up in Wisconsin, and his like virtual Fargo rating during that event was like in the 800s, 850s or something in terms of his performance in that event. So he's definitely capable. Yeah. So
10 ball.
Oh, 10 ball.
I've got it wrong.
Nate's on an 8-footer.
Oh yeah, 10 ball, and he's on an 8-foot. Nate, sorry. Thanks for that, Jim. I'm glad you're here, mate.
I think that pushes it back in Jim's favor. I
think I like Jim then hearing that. Yeah, for sure. I'll bet it.
The 10 ball alone makes it harder for Nate, I think, and then the fact that he's on an 8-footer, not a 7-footer.
Joey, let's run another dinner. Come on, let me get my money back.
I'd like to get paid first. Brazilian steakhouse.
You still owe him. You still owe him, guys. While we were just talking about the upcoming World Pool Masters, I think it's a good time to do Lock of the Week. Joey, what do you reckon?
Yeah, let's do it. This is the Board Lock Picker Lock of the Week. Guys, Board Lock Picker is a sponsor for this show, and he's just a guy who has a YouTube page, a YouTube channel that would like for you to go and subscribe to his channel, and he supports pool events, loves to play pool, and so Board Lock Picker, check out that YouTube channel and subscribe. And so each week we pick a lock of the week, the Board Lock Picker Lock of the Week. I think Mark White's lock last week won, which was Germany in the World Cup of Pool. So why don't we go ahead and pick our lock with the World Pool Masters? What do you guys think? You could pick a match. You could pick the eventual winner. What do you think? Who you got, Mark?
I'm finding it hard to go. I think it's between two people, but they're going to meet. If that's the way the draw's going, I think they're going to meet before they can't meet in the final. So Fedor and Joshua.
That just means you have to pick one.
Yeah, I'm going with Fedor.
Going out on a limb there.
Just because Joshua didn't come on the show with just because
he
Joshua
stood you up
with Christoph. And my lock for the other match is for Nate Mindham to be wearing a mini skirt, high heels, and stockings for a week.
I love it. Who you got, Mike? What do you got? Give us a lot.
I don't know. You guys just pick cupcakes all the time. I'm gonna take Petri Mäkinen.
What?
To go deep.
Oh,
I'm gonna take Petri to come out of the top part. Okay, I'm not taking him to win it all, but I'm taking him to get to the finals. I think Petri was in top form for the World Cup. It was a tough match that they went and played, but I think Petri's playing good. I think with Kachi not playing, since when was the last time we seen him in the Mosconi? I think he can get there. I think he's got a tough road, but I'm going with the dark horse.
All right, so my pick is really, I'm not picking an individual player, and the reason is because I kind of feel like the way the Matchroom events have been going, getting the exposure for the ladies, I really feel like that we're due to see a lady with a big upset here. And so I'm going with a female winning in this first round. So either Kelly or Christina.
Absolutely. I mean, I'm going with both the girls to win in the first round. 100%. That's what I'm going for to catch.
You can't jump on my lock of the week.
No. I didn't realize we could choose I didn't really. I thought you just wanted the winner. No, absolutely, Kelly and Christina to go through to the next round. 100%. Absolutely.
Yeah. And if I had to pick an eventual winner for the whole event, I'm going with
David Alcade, who's no one has mentioned him, have they?
I do like him. I'm going to go with
champion as well. Don't forget.
I'm going to go with Shane Van Boening.
Good
Been
call.
there, done that. Bought the T-shirt.
I'll tell you what, guys. While we're on the subject, who's going to win out of Billy and Sky? And what's the score?
You know, Sky looked really uncomfortable, I thought, in the World Cup. And, you know, I don't know. I think Sky is a slightly better player, a little more seasoned. I'm going to go with Sky. But he did struggle a bit in the World Cup. It was very uncharacteristic for Sky. I'm curious. We still have some people watching live. Who do you think? Who do you like in the Whirlpool Masters? Go ahead and type it in here. Jim Telfer says it's going to be won by a proven Matchroom winner. Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty big event. So it definitely is going to give an advantage there to the folks who've been there. Kind of done
like
that.
half the field right there with Jim. Go on a limb there, Jim.
I tell you, I'm rooting for Naoki Oi just to see some of his interviews.
Yeah, it doesn't matter win or I like him to go deep because then we get to see more of the. I mean, he sang, didn't he? Do you know? I can't believe they never got the players singing with the jukebox after the matches as well. But by the way, that was a great touch in the final where they got both teams to press their choices off for walk-on music from the jukebox. That was genius, by the way, from Matchroom. And while we're on the subject, the guy, the new presenter, Mike, brilliant presenter. So Matchroom, so perfect for that job. He's cool. He speaks well. He's funny.
Dresses well.
He dresses well. He dresses, apart from the white socks. Lose the white socks, Michael. You cannot be wearing white socks, mate, if you're going to be showing them off. Schoolboy error.
Whoever wins that second round matchup between them will go all the way. Shane and Fedor. That's what Mike Holmes says.
Getting any easier. You got Filler down there too. That bottom.
Yeah, it's brutal, man. Brutal. It's going to be fun. I can't wait. Well, what do you say, guys? I got to get to my daughter's soccer practice. That's one of the reasons we moved this up today. So, but it's been a great show. Christoph was just awesome. I'm a huge fan now. I hope you guys enjoyed it. George Teashea checking in real quick with Shane or Filler. I like it. But what do you say, Mark? Call it a day?
Yeah. Want to thank the viewers, of course. They are the most important at the end of the day. Thanks to the guest Jamal, come on, showing us the great clothing. Thank you to everyone that's contributed to the caption competition. There will be another one coming up, but let's all get ready for the next big Matchroom event coming up 22nd. Cannot wait. Whirlpool Masters. Thanks very much for watching, everyone. We'll see you next Tuesday. The time, we're not sure yet, but we will let you know.